Welcome, all you cosmic creators. Today's reading is going to be what to expect in your Mercury in retrograde. We will also talk about what you're going to be seeing before it happens and what you can expect or practice during the retrograde. So, this time it is from May 29th to June 22nd. Let me just talk about what exactly it is for those of y'all who don't know what Mercury in retrograde is. So basically, it is an optical illusion where Mercury goes in the opposite direction to Earth, or that's what we see when we look at it from Earth. It looks like it's going in the opposite direction. So even though it is just an illusion, it is believed that it has an effect on life here on Earth. And Mercury is mostly connected to communication, travel, and learning. So that's what it affects most, including technology as well. So what you should do during this retrograde month is basically take extra care during this time. It's a good time to pause, reevaluate, and hold off on major life-altering decisions, signing contracts. If you can't do that, you can always read carefully on everything that is mentioned in your contract or your important decisions. Okay, it's very important to pay attention to details, slow down, take your time. Okay, so you observe, you review, and you release. Also, majorly remember to breathe. Now first we're going to start with some channeling and an overall overview of what you should be doing before the Mercury goes into retrograde. So first we'll start with what to expect before Mercury goes into retrograde. Okay, so according to these, it says that go with the flow of life. However life is taking you, go towards it, and don't make yourself feel unworthy. In fact, you should work on feeling worthy of yourself. Accept and release your fears that are coming towards you. And every time you feel insecure, acknowledge these insecurities, acknowledge them, see where they're really coming from, and then slowly begin to release or work on them, whatever you see fit. So this time, the next few days, is going to be a very good time to create foundation on career paths, your studies, or any decisions you want to take that you can continue during the retrograde month, right? So that you're just slowly processing one by one and you're not making like major decisions that you're just putting out there, correct? So Father of Cups reversed. So you are going with the flow of life, but at the same time you are connecting your mind to your decisions. You are thinking practically and logically along with what your heart is telling you to do. So sometimes your heart is insecure, your heart is anxious, but your mind says this is what you need to do, it is the right thing to do, right? Because it's logically and practically correct. But your heart is scared. So you need to release this fear by accepting what your mind has to say. Sometimes what your mind says is absolutely right, and you need to work with the mind and heart together. And that will help you slowly release the fear from your heart space. Cool. Then we have the Star reversed. Again, you are shining bright. You are going where you need to. Don't let this get to you. Don't let your success get to you. Like, yes, you are successful. You are manifesting your truth. But continue to be the person you are. Don't let it get to your head. Because this may affect you losing friends, family, close people around you just because you let that pride get to you. Okay? Then again we have the Nine of Pentacles, which means complete abundance financially, financial security, everything is going exactly the way it should, which is absolutely amazing, and that's what you need to focus on for before the retrograde. Now let's see what we can expect during the retrograde, what you can see, what you need to expect. This is the start, this is the middle, this is towards the end. Wonderful. Okay, I'm just going to pick a few more cards and then start reading them through. We will also see what a little bit about the feminine and masculine towards the end. And if you want a separate video on that, on soulmate and twin flames in the Mercury retrograde, please comment below and I will make sure I do one for you before we go into retrograde. Alright, that's all we have. Let us begin. So towards the beginning, we have first the world. Okay, so the world card signifies that everything is perfect in your eyes. You are reaching completion of some sort. You are feeling like you're in a good place finally. After all the emotional vulnerability, the crying, feeling like crying, tiredness in the body, after all of that, you're finally in a good place. You feel like you can breathe now. You feel like everything is just perfect, how it should be. Okay, again, this is the starting of the retrograde month, which is like, you can say May 22nd, the first week. Sorry, May 26th, 29th, the first week. Okay, then we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is again, even though you are in retrograde, you're seeing a lot of financial income because of everything that you did the week before, which is right now. If you're seeing it during retrograde, that's also fine. But everything that you did before the retrograde and you prepared for the retrograde, that is showing you the results of this financial stability and security. Right? So what we see there, the Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles is becoming Ten of Pentacles. You have manifested that and now you have reached the Ten of Pentacles and everything is coming into order. Okay, then we have the Seven of Swords reversed, which means that your pride is kind of setting in. Like, you feel like even though everything is fine, someone is hiding something from you, or someone is, what is the word? Being very sly and cunning. They have a secret with themselves that can actually help you in your career or wherever you are at this point in the situation. They don't want to tell you. They don't want to tell it to you because they feel like you will be more successful than them. And they're just hiding it from you, and that will actually get you a little more of abundance where you are. And they're not giving you that space, they're not telling you what they have to do. Okay, I'm getting a sense that this could be a close friend or even a relative of some sort. Okay, let's get an answer card on that, on why this is happening or who this person is. Okay, so basically this person over here is at a standstill, like they themselves are kind of like, this person is doing so well and they are feeling insecure about themselves, and that's why they are not telling you. And honestly, I don't think you even need this as such. Let the person grow out and release the jealousy. Okay, and once they do that, you will see colors flying by yourself. Exactly. So yes, that will help you loads, but at the same time, you don't need it. You don't need everything. right? You're in a good space right now, and the card is just telling you to beware. Okay, they can give you misinformation, they can miscommunicate with you, saying they can twist words and talk to you, they can manipulate you into thinking something else. So just be careful about that, and pay attention to their words. Whoever is talking to you, honestly, pay attention to everybody's words. See if you need to be affected by this. You have a choice whether to be affected by anyone talking to you in any situation. So seriously, just pay attention to that so that you don't get caught up in something that is not meant for you, or that is just not necessary as such. Okay, and moving into the mid of retrograde, we have the 10 of we have number 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Again, we have actually the starting of each phase is very positive for all of you. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune, which means that, okay, so what I see is that here the moon is guiding you more than the sun, or you are taking the moon's guidance more than the sun and walking in sunlight, starting to wake up early if you haven't been taking a little bit of vitamin D, going for a walk in the sun. And if you're unable to go on the balcony, close your eyes and imagine the sunlight falling on you. The sunlight will help you a lot during this time, because your thoughts are going to be jumbled up, and because of unable to organize your thoughts, you're procrastinating the things that you need to do, which is prominent during the retrograde and even more enhanced. But you don't need to let that be. You're going to be more of a night bird, which is essential. It says that you're going to be more awake at night, but waking up early will actually aid and help you in organizing your thoughts during the mid of the month, mid of the retrograde month. Okay, we have the 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands. All right, okay. So again, it's again talking about the unorganized thoughts. They are unorganized, but you can understand each of them separately. Okay, and it's also related to talking about relationship decisions. So as much as you can, try to avoid relationship defining decisions during this time, because instead of going forward, it can take a step back, which is always all right, but it can create a lot of issues and problems. And also, you may feel like someone is hiding something from you, the person is not telling you something, or just leaving you and going forward with the decision on their own without asking you many questions. All of this will happen, but remember that everyone is going through this planet change and everyone is being affected by the retrograde. Okay, so how much ever you may feel like bursting out and just saying, what the hell, what are you doing? Try to have an understandable conversation. Pay attention to all details as much as you can. And if you're feeling like you're stumbling on words, like I just did, maybe try to form a sentence first and then say it. Try to form the sentence. Okay? Instead of just saying random things that are on your mind, that are just falling out of your mouth, form the sentence, form the thought. See, is this what I really want to ask, or am I pushing it? Again, don't overthink this, because your mind can logically affect you, because communication is kind of a little bit confused at this point. So just formulate your thought, formulate what you actually want to say, and then say it. Yeah, and then we have the Tower, which means that yes, you're going to feel like you're falling down. It feels like you have reached the top, but just a few parts of it are like breaking out. And you know, it's like a thunderstorm. You're going through a freaking thunderstorm at this point, and you just don't know what or why it's happening. What you can do for that. Emotions are going to be running really high, but these are going to give you a real powerful change. So that's what you can expect from this thunderstorm that you are going to physically, emotionally, and mentally experience. Yeah, and then let's go to the last week, which is moving towards June 22nd. Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying yeah so much. Alright, let's move to the third week of the retrograde. Not the third week, the third phase of it, basically, toward the end of it. The last 7 to 10 days. First, we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed, which means that what started as a good financial stability is stable now. You're not seeing any excess of it, you're not seeing any minus of it, or it's not going backward or forward. It's just there. Okay? There are profits, there is stability, but that's all it is. And you're in a good place overall. You're just recovering from this thunderstorm that you've been through. And to be honest, the relationship where you're at is kind of causing a lot of overthinking. I feel like for some people it may benefit you to actually, maybe this will be like an eye-opening fight or an eye-opening argument, whatever you're going to talk about. For only some of you, for some of you it can be really bad as well. So that's why I say think and formulate your thoughts before you go forward to make that decision or to make that statement, to ask that question, to say whatever it is that you actually want to say. Okay? Again, you're going to begin to feel like going with the flow as moon energies affect you positively. The moon energies are going to aid you quite a lot during this time. Okay, so look forward to that. That is one of the most important energies that you can actually expect and experience at this point. Now we're going to pick a few yes or no answer cards. Okay, so let's move to that. You can pause the video and just think about any questions that you have. If you don't have any questions, that's perfectly fine. Just breathe, just think about what it is that you actually want to know at this point. And after this, we're going to be reading the Twin Flame answer cards. Twin Flame, Soulmate, whatever you truly connect to. 3 yes or no questions. Alright, so for your first question, we have no. For the second question, we also have no, but mostly like a maybe situation. The third one, we have yes. Okay, so if you're going towards, creating some kind of a decision or putting some foundation in the ground, signing a contract, basically buying a house during the retrograde time is not a great decision. And if you feel like there's some opportunity that you can take and you feel like you still have to wait for something to come towards your way, again, the answer is going to be a straight no. Third one is, if you feel like you need to start something else, you feel like you are in charge of the situation or some sort, then the answer is yes. So overall, I feel like this is about career status, or where you are completely, that is what it is talking about. Taking very major decisions, looking or waiting for new opportunities. Your answer is no to maybe. Maybe because for some you may actually begin to see that what you have, even though it is enough, it's not what you actually need to progress. Okay? Whatever your question is. And for the third card, your answer is yes. You will create a change with this decision that you made, or whatever is coming towards you. Alright? Now let's just read a little bit about the masculine and the feminine energies here. If you'd like a full reading, please remember to comment below, and if I get a few requests, then I will make the 25 reading. Where is the divine masculine at? Okay, so the divine masculine is again being affected by the moon. Masculine as in the energy, not male. Okay, he is in a good space, he is abundant, he is seeing all the light, he is using the retrograde to his advantage, basically. Okay, and let's see for the divine feminine, what is it, what is going to affect them positively, negatively, what they're going to be going through during the retrograde. Yes, so they are in the Eight of Pentacles, but they're also stuck in a spider web of not knowing exactly where to go or what to do. So basically what is happening here is that they are unable to they feel kind of stuck in a space that, how do I move forward, or what do I do next, because I don't know how exactly this is going to be helping me. I know I'm in a good place, but what more can I do? What more do I need to do? So that is the space for the divine feminine. Let's take two answer cards, one for the feminine, one for the masculine. We start with the masculine. It says meditate and contemplate. So your answer is all based on meditating and contemplating your decisions on a whole. And then we have your hard work is paying off. So divine feminines, I know we just read that you feel insecure, you're not sure of what to do and how exactly all the work you're doing is going to pay off. It is going to pay off, it is paying off. So by the end of the year, you will see a lot of change as Jupiter permanently moves into Pisces again. Jupiter is in Pisces at the moment, and it's going into retrograde as Mercury goes into retrograde May 26th, 29th. And then we have Jupiter moving into Pisces by the end of the year again, right? So that time you will see a lot of changes happening. Actually, within the next 2 to 3 months, you will see a lot of change happening. So pay attention to that. Divine masculines, you guys are already in a very, very good place. So again, we have new moon in Pisces, which means that you guys are also going to benefit by the end of the year from all that is actually happening. Let's see for union energies. Again, this is during retrograde, alright? It is time to give rather than take. So that is your union card, which means that you guys need to give each other whatever it is, if it is space or more love, whatever you think it is, that is what y'all need to give each each other at this point of time, because it is a time to give rather than take. I hope all you cosmic creators enjoyed this reading. If you have any questions or you'd like a more personal reading, as such, you can find the details in the description box. Sending you so much love, so much light.